Monday.
Mike, 55. Check.
Monday.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Shift.
Hey, orbit. Hey, alert.
Check.
On 3rd and 1, Rosen. And he finds Stills, complete. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers,
middle.
now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They'll run on first down. Johnson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Rosen on 1st and 10. He gets it to Thomas. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
That's another Texans first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Hey, Delta.
QB drop.
Now it's Rosen. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Jordan Thomas, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
At the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check curls. Alert, bang. Flag. 41 to Mike. 41 to Mike.
Now Fitzpatrick. Wide open receiver, complete. That one good for 26 and a first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
41. Right here. 41 Mike. Exit. Slam. Kill.
Come. PPP.
Fitzpatrick now from the 50. Flush to it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Whitney merciless in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Check.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Texans 7, Dolphins 0.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Single receiver, single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single.
Go ahead.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Switch, switch, switch.
Fitzpatrick to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Grant. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Strong, strong, strong. Regular, regular.
Stop.
Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. And it's caught by Parker. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 30. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Strong, strong.
41 Mike. 41 Mike.
On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Left, left.
41's the Mike.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the 1st of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Mike 20.
41 Mike. Oh, you get on the headache. Oh, you get on the headache.
Left, left.
Hey, 41 Mike. 41.
Hey, wahoo.
All day, every
34.
any day. Take 4, take 4.
On 1st down, Laird. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back.
41's the Mike.
80.
Check 41. Hey, I'm coming, I'm coming. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. He's coming.
Go kill.
He's coming. Double up.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal.
It's going to be a long day. Shit. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Hey, color. Left.
41 Mike. Pick it up. Mike 41.
From the gun, Fitzpatrick. Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And now look at him go. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. 10. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing Fitzpatrick. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
49 to Mike. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Under crush, under crush. Monday.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
And the Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Hug. Hey, exit.
Mike 55. Hey, eat.
I got it.
I got it.
From the gun, it's Rosen.
Get out the field, defense.
Steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Mike 49. Hey, let's get some paper.
Hug, Monday. 80. Sponge. No. High.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rosen, incomplete. Oh, Thomas unable to reel that one in, and it'll bring up third down.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Hey, we got 3 down.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Now Rosen looking to throw. And Stills bringing it in. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Whip. Alert.
Rosen hands off to Johnson.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7.
Here I come again.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now Rosen looking at a 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Fitzpatrick now to throw on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a 1st down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Here we go.
Gonna go 5-0 here?
Mike 5-5. Mike 55. Mike 5-5.
Watch the back.
From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. Caught, it's Wilson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely, great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Fitzpatrick. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. He don't want it. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
To throw again, Fitzpatrick. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. This quarterback now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st and 10.
Hey. 4 down. Jim,
Yo, kill! 52 and 56. 52 and 56.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kerryon Johnson with touchdown number 12 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Draw play, Rosen to Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go, baby. Mike 20.
Bud.
Hey, Mike 20. Hey, me and you all day.
Hey, quarter.
I'm coming after you.
To throw is Rosen. He gets this one to Johnson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hey, alert.
Mike 20.
Monday.
Check 31.
And now it's Rosen looking. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, He needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
52 and 56, 52 and 56. Hey, 5-0, 5-0, 5-0.
41's the mic.
What's that?
41 mic, 41 mic, right here, 41 mic. All day, just like that, just like that. Check three, check three, check three. Shift, watch the shift.
What's that?
To throw is Fitzpatrick. Past the 20. It's Williams on the catch. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And we'll get our first update of the afternoon from the Meadowlands. And that one's pretty well wrapped up as the Giants have grown their lead even further. And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point at our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started.
Let's go, let's do this.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Check 37, check 37.
Again, it's Balaj. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Mike 41, Mike 41. Watch the curl, watch the curl.
Play action now. Fitzpatrick. Blitz coming, and down he goes. J.J. Watt has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw, Fitzpatrick. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's got some space here. 27 yards there, a first down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47.
Shift.
Regular.
From the gun, Fitzpatrick. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, color.
41's the mic. 41's the mic. Here we go.
Throwing again. Fitzpatrick caught by Wilson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down. This quarterback now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
Regular. 34. Bravo.
Hey, 41's mic.
They'll throw again. Fitzpatrick with a catch made by Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
He's not going to get me. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
They'll run here with Balaj.
Let's go. Come on.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now Balaj. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Strong.
41 mic. Squeeze, double up.
Fitzpatrick now to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
It's 3rd down and 7 yards to go.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back.
41's the mic. Check pass.
Check 9.
He's checking.
Operating from the gun, Fitzpatrick, and he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Whitney merciless in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Sanders' kick is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Monday. Monday.
On the toss, here's Johnson. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Middle.
Mike 20.
Defense wins championships, baby. Hey, Mike 20.
Rosen will throw. It's complete. Stills. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Hey, Charlie.
Here I come.
They'll look to throw on 1st down to Josh Rosen. It's caught. Stills, right side. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Watch 55. I got it. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 50.
Hey, zoom.
Here's Rosen to throw. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
Another Texas start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Yo, Mike's 49. Mike's 49.
Hey, team 6.
49. 49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. Hey, that's
Now Rosen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
They run it with Balaj. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Mike 20.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Hey, 5-0. Regular.
Everyone's coming
On third down, Fitzpatrick eluding the pressure right. He made. Oh, no, he lost the football. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long.
PPP. Kill.
From the gun, Fitzpatrick. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Hug.
Again, it's Johnson. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now it's Rosen. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Watch the curl.
Hey, high 7.
49, too little, Captain.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He finds Hopkins complete. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Go.
Mike, 49. Come on, D. 49's the Mike. Watch 49.
On first down, it's Rosen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
49. Monday. 49's the money. Hey, come on, guys.
They'll run it with Johnson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs, but the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Let's get it. Alert. Mike 20. Hey, Echo. You can't block me. Hey, Mike 20. Hey, quarter. No. Off. Monday.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And Amendola with a catch. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Danny Amendola, his first touchdown on the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Fitzpatrick on first down. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick got an open man, Keelan Cole. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. This is Gaskin on the carry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
It's our time, guys. It's our time. 36. Feel it. 41 Mike. Hey. 41 Mike. It's a party now. Hey, 41 Mike.
Now Fitzpatrick. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Miami. .47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, Orbit.
I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. Get this. You're all mine.
Here's Rosen. And the catch made by Hopkins. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Alpha.
Check 55 to Mike.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Mike 5-5.
From the gun, it's Rosen. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Mike 55.
Here's Rosen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
Well, to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
49 to Mike. Watch 49.
Throwing now is Rosen. He gets it to Thomas. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 38-yard line. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Middle.
Kill.
Off the draw, here's Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Alert, alert, alert. Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship.
They go to Johnson again. It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves them with 7 yards to go on 3rd down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
80, 80, 80. 3, check 3. Go.
Slam.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. So a big one coming here for Kaimi Fairbairn. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Right now, you know that the heart is pumping for Kaimi Fairbairn. This from 51 yards for the win. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Texans are going to win the football game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Houston, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Miami, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.